Good morning. It's ridiculously sunny, I'm sorry, so I'm just squinty at the camera. So I've just woken up to the best news. So we filmed for Dressage Online competition 2 days ago, and he felt amazing. He felt so good. I've left notifications on, so my phone's still dinging. He just felt so good, so good. Just felt amazing. I know at the beginning of lockdown I said I'm not going to ride anymore. Oh my god. I then decided I would, purely because someone was getting a little fresh. And it's not the time to push a horse out to grass. We don't have much grass anyway. He lives on thin air, and he escapes when he gets bored. And he had started to escape and trash fencing and stuff. So I was like, I'm just going to ride him a couple of times a week, do long lining, just try and keep him a little more engaged. So in the last like 10-12 days I've ridden him twice. A third time we filmed the test, and he just felt amazing, so good. I was quite happy with my performance. I was quite happy with how I rode him. Yeah, we just had this really nice, our contact is becoming really quite consistent. This hand isn't doing this all the time, because that's something I really struggle with when I ride, is my musical left hand. It's like this, and it seemed to be quite consistent. So he's working in a nicer frame, he's really swinging in his trot, and the problems we always seem to have is when so in this test you do 2 half 10-metre circles, then you do a half 20-metre circle on a free walk, and then you have to gather up, and between 2 markers you need to be trotting ready to canter in the next corner, and that is normally like, oh, it's just a mess for us really. He really struggles to be kind of brought back up onto a contact, and I struggle to get him there and then go, right, stay calm, get the right bend, let's canter. And during the test while we were filming, we did that, and I just, in my head, I was like, yes! You know, when you have that moment in a dressage test, but you're like, yes! But outside you're like, oh, well done, yes, darling, well done. So that felt so good. The most controlled left canter transition we've had in ever, I think. And he is just being a lot more relaxed in the canter. He's not rushing off, and he's starting to work quite nicely in it, more balance and rhythm. We're slowly getting there. And then in this test you also have to come across the diagonal, and after X you come down from canter, trot, and then canter in the next corner, which again is something, it's kind of, we end up going wah, like we struggle. We come around the corner, he almost slingshots out of it, and then we've got such speed that it's way past X before I've taken him down, and then we've got 2 strides and I'm like, oh, we've got a canter again, god. So you know, he's really good. Right after X I was like, right, now trot, and then just calm, and he felt wonderful. He just felt, I just came away and I was buzzing all day long, just so happy with him. So I've woken up to the results today. So we were up against, I knew, okay, so I follow Jericho Dressage Club. I think that's I'll put the tag handle below. So I regularly share videos of Billy and Jericho, and she regularly shares these videos of her cantering and like bareback, and she does a lot of bareback work, and I share these with my other half. There's this one where she's just walking along, and then she does this lovely walk to canter transition. Oh, she's this lovely slight little thing, and she has such the most beautiful position, and just her and her horse are so connected. It's wonderful to watch these little snippets she shares on Instagram. And I say to my other half, I'm like, oh, you know, she's in my class. If I was to get 63%, I'd be happy. Like, if she's scoring in the 70s, like she was 75 the last few weeks ago, and I was like, oh, you know what, duh, she's worth it. And I'm like, if I get like a 63%, I'll be happy. That felt like a good test. That felt like one of our best prelims, and we're normally around the 63, 64, so I was like, that's where I'm aiming for. I feel we deserve it. So all of yesterday, loads of other tests are coming up, and I was like, oh, I got to about 11 o'clock last night, and I was like, I'm tapping out and going to bed. I woke up this morning, and the prelim was split into 2 classes in the order like that you submitted your tests, or entered, I think. 75.19%. Ah! I mean, he doesn't look it right now. I'm honestly I'm speechless. I'm so proud of how far we have come. I'm so overwhelmed. Yeah, and it's so often with dressage, you ride a test and you think that felt great. Like I went out to one of my one before last, I think, or was it the last? I can't remember. I went out and I was like, that felt really good. That felt like a solid 65. You know, there was some really good bits here. I was really happy with that, and I got like 62, and I came away like, oh, they saw something very different to what I felt. And like today, like the other day, I finished and I just said to my half, I was like, that felt good. And when I watched back, I was like, I am so happy. Like, that is the best we can do at this point. I'm so happy with our performance. So yeah, to get 75 and a joint first, so very happy with him. So that means that we have qualified for the blue chip championship, I think it's called. I should know this. It's all gone out of my head. I was aiming towards it anyway. I was hoping to compete at Boynton Hall to get my qualifications for it, but obviously lockdown came in. So hopefully we will get to go to Addington, where we might get to meet Jericho Dressage Club. How exciting! And Karen and Mr. Bay Spangles. It's I'm buzzing again. Friday, baby. I want to bust out the Prosecco, and it's not even 7 in the morning. I'm so proud of him. He is an amazing horse, and I'm so very lucky to have him. I'm so lucky that we have this partnership and this team. So today I'm going to stop rambling. So today we're going to do a little bit of pole work, because I'm aware that I don't want to just keep flat work constantly, because I know he'll get bored. So we're going to do a little pole work today. I've also got a car full of, I've taken all his winter stuff home. If you follow my Insta, you'll have seen me sorting all that out yesterday. So I've got his fly rugs and summer stuff to bring in today too. We're going to start filming our hairy grow vlog. He's got this little patch, hi, just in front of his withers, which like 3 weeks before his winter rugs came off, just went nah. And he had all this lovely even mane, and it literally came out in a handful in my hand one day, and I was like, oh. So we've got MTG by Shapley's, we got that from the main hub, so we're gonna do a little vlog and see if we get some decent hair growth. And that's it really. I'm going to, after this, I'm going to put my video in, and I'm going to voice over. Once I've got my dressage test sheet back, I will annotate with the judges' comments and notes and the scores I got, and then I'm going to voice over like the bits that I thought were really good, or like the bits that I was really happy with, and just have a little chat through it. Just, there are so many positive points and pluses in this dressage test. I try and see dressage as a competition with myself. I always want to be getting better myself. So I know I talk about the scores and like placings, but for me, as I said, I was aiming for like a 65. So to have a 75 and come first is like, wow. But for me, I always want to just do better. And like now, even the next test, I'll be like, I'm not going to get 75 again. So we're going to be aiming at about a 65 again. Because I just don't see, I think it's an anomaly. But again, I want to think, right, our next test, I want to be able to keep the consistency in certain things we've done. So I'm going to have a little ramble over the dressage test when I've got the judges' notes and stuff back. So anyway, I hope you have a lovely day. I'll see you soon. And if you've liked this video, don't forget to give us a little like and subscribe, and follow us on our socials. Hi! Hi, so I received my test back today, so I filmed all of that about 3 or 4 days ago, but now my test is back. So an 8 for my centre line, fabulous. We do tend to drift a bit on centre line, so I was really happy with that feedback. Next I think we have a change of rein, and again good positive energy, and an 8. Oh my god, he just felt so good. You know, our contact is still a little inconsistent. My overall scores at the end were actually the same as they normally are, kind of like 7, 7.5 for like rider and effectiveness and stuff like that, but the actual movements we seem to do a lot better. Fair suppleness, you know what, left is our toughest rein. We normally score between 5.5 to 6.5 any moves on the left rein, so to have got a 7 with fair suppleness, I'm really happy with that comment. Now we'll do another change of rein, coming onto the right rein, so he tends to work, you know, he tends to change that rein quite nicely. Good balance and suppleness, yep, really happy with that. I feel I'm again moving his head a bit side to side. I did that down the centre line on change of reins as well, so I've got to be careful not to be shaking his head too much. 7.5, nice suppleness. Yeah, I'm really happy with that comment as well. It's one of these I've just read through the test and I'm just being like, oh my god, like such a lovely comments. We're then going down into medium walk, so I was really happy with that transition. Now he's actually had a comment of a mouth-watering walk, so we do tend to get between 7 and 8 for our walk, and what I have to do more than anything is I have to tell myself, don't rush him, just let him stay in his nice 4-beat, his balance and his rhythm, and just leave him to it. He can walk, just leave him to it. So I felt I did quite well at just leaving him be and letting him do it. It's all going to get a bit fast after this point. 9. A 9! Oh my god! His free walk, we do tend to do quite well on a free walk. I'm very lucky I've got a cob that has always done quite a good free walk. This is where we struggle, coming from the free walk, and by the next corner we have to canter. So I really got him trotting before M, so that we were quite well established in the trot. We got a nice 8. We got 7 for our transition. You know what? It's a transition into left canter. We've never got more than 6. I think 6, not even a 6.5 for that. So really happy. The fact we've got a 7 here needs some balance. Normally we've got a 5 lacking balance. So to get a 7 is amazing. I'm honestly surprised. I'm so happy. I did feel that our left canter was much better. Across the diagonal, needed better balance. Yeah, we do. We tend to slingshot out and it's a bit of a muddled mess. But again, we normally get about a 6.5 for that. 6.5 here, lacked some suppleness. He started rushing, we started losing it. Again, we've got another 6.5. We've got less for our right canter, which is normally our better canter, than our left. I think I need to remind myself when I'm really focusing on improving the weaker rein to not forget the stronger rein, and I've done it again here, which is why we've dropped a bit on the right. Again, slingshotty round. Woo! 6.5. I'm really happy with that score on there. And then we just carry on round until we have a half circle, and we've got an 8, good balance. I feel we kind of like clawed it back at this point. He often in the canter, he just rushes a bit and we lose that balance and we lose that suppleness, and it's just me kind of saying to myself, woosah, take a deep breath, calm, and then we're done. Square halt, yeah! And I just, yeah.
Oh, that felt awesome!
I am so proud of us. I'm getting so much better at not saying him. I'm so proud of us. We have been working so hard to get to this point. This is the judge's final comment and it is so wonderful. It is just, I'm buzzing. I'm so happy that we got a score that reflected what I felt had happened in our test. So that's kind of it really. I'm going to stop rambling on. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed my little video. I hope the judge's notes and the moves, etc. has been helpful for you to understand what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, thanks for tuning in and I hope to see you all again soon. And yeah, we are going to be filming our next dressage test in the next few days. See you all again soon.